I mean, if you can Google, this report at the same time, I should say, this is a little bit old from last month, end of last month, not too old, but it is coming in the news and people are talking about it, and looks like this is gaining more traction. Prince Harry is buying out toxic media. If you can't beat them, join them. Now, don't go anywhere, because I'm going to be telling you something very, very shocking. Royal experts have just accused Prince Harry of attempting to buy out, quote unquote, the media in a bid to join them if you can't beat them. Claims about the Duke and Duchess of Surrogate and doofus have been brought to light by royal commentator Matthew Foley. He broke all of this thoughts down in a piece for The Telegraph. Now, The Telegraph, they actually came out with this comment, with this statement that if you cannot beat them, buy them. And this is a great comment. This is really a way to sum it all up. Mr. Foley said, quote, after claiming that toxic media drove them to leave the royal family, Harry and Meghan, along with the crew of the billionaires, is on his way to take over your local newspaper. Again, they are now desperate, as I said before. And the month of September, last month, was the most active month for Meghan, Harry and their PR team. For those unversed, these claims have come as a result of the news that Prince Harry, alongside 21 other donors, pledged $500 million to, quote, strengthen communities and democracy, quote unquote, by supporting failing newsrooms. He also went on to dub the move hypocritical, considering Harry's open disdain for journalists. So basically, Harry is now planning to shut the YouTubers off. I mean, everything we say about them is nothing but truth, right? But that is not something Harry wants to hear from us. He wants to hear from us good things about him. So what he can do now, because he cannot shut us up, the U.S. democracy, freedom of speech is so strong that Harry cannot really help but just keep quiet and have to allow us to talk what is true. But that's not what he wants to do going forward. So what we see is that he is siding with this club. I think it's called Freedom Press or something like that, or Press Forward. And trying to establish his version of media to counter YouTubers like myself. Harry's open disdain for journalists. Okay, so his pals like Pierre Omidyar, who have a previous track record of supporting censorious non-profits, call this philosophy and non-partisan branding into question. Harry's move to swoop in and save journalism seems like if you can't beat them, buy them approach, Mr. Foley also said. Before concluding, Mr. Foley also added, if you read here, he has hardly shown any interest in American democracy ever. We all know that this is what Harry is doing, trying to talk about democracy. He thinks that he can buy the media, he can shut us up and establish his own narrative, and this is exactly what his wife has been pushing forward. I mean, can you imagine if Meghan Markle does get a seat in the Congress or in the Senate, what kind of bill she will pass? Yeah, gag orders. Nobody can speak ill about us anymore. She is gonna sign on that bill, at least in California. Maybe, who knows, that if you open your mouth about us negatively, we are gonna shut you up. I mean, this is the lady who we dread would be running for a seat in the US government. Of course, we know that she will have to give up her title, but maybe she will do that. Who knows? Things are not looking good for them. They're becoming ever more desperate to make a name for themselves and trying to compete with the YouTubers and with everyone, whoever is talking negatively about them. Not subscribed, consider subscribing. See you in the next one.